Yeah, we're just hearing that some buses are delayed because heavy traffic on the road and some traffic jams, and some of the devotees haven't reached yet. Anyway, that's one of the austerities you get when you go back. When you go back to the temple every night, they come, they have the traffic jams in the morning, they got stuck. Anyway, they're on the way, and we'll be here. We're going to have breakfast here, so we'll be here for some time. And we have already His Holiness Swami Maharaj. Maharaj is from South Africa, and he's been on Parikrama several times. He's completed courses in Mayapur, stayed in Mayapur for some time. He's doing very important preaching work there in Africa. And His Holiness Prabodhananda Maharaj is here. As well as Rtudwip Swami Maharaj. And we have proper disciples like Karma Prabhu, Shivangananda Prabhu. So we'll try to keep you absorbed in Shravanam and Kirtan. So this is the Gadadhar temple. We're in Champahati. Champahati, from the champaka flowers. There used to be many champaka flowers here, and devotees would come and collect the champaka flowers. So it became Champahati, marketplace. We're getting flowers, the champaka flowers. So these deities, Gadadhar deities, they were originally the deities of Vaninath. Vaninath, the brother of Gadadhar Pandit, Vaninath Pandit, a great devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they have the deities of Gaur and Gadadhar. Worship of Gaur and Gadadhar is very advanced worship. Usually we will worship Gaur Nitai. You will see there were other Gaur Gadadhar deities also at the Yoga Peak. Those deities up at the Yoga Peak, the Gaur Gadadhar deities, that they were the deities of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's wife, Bhagavati Devi. And after she left the world, then the deities were installed there at the Yoga Peak, because that was where Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada stayed.
So worship of Gaur Gadadhar is for very advanced devotees who are more in Raga Bhakti. But Srila Prabhupada gave us Gaur and Nitai, which is more for preaching, because it was Gaur and Nitai who delivered Jagai and Madhai. And Prabhupada wanted to encourage us in the mode of preaching and distributing the mercy. And that's more there with Gaur and Nitai. Gadadhar, he was very attached to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He grew up with Nimai. They went to school together, and later on, when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, Gadadhar followed him to Puri, and Gadadhar remained there in Puri. He took Kshetra sannyas. Kshetra sannyas is something recommended by Bhaktivinoda Thakur for the Kali Yuga. In Kshetra sannyas, and they say even Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he was a Kshetra sannyasi. Although he was a householder, he had his wife and so on, and they were living there in Jagannath Puri, but it was in the mood of renunciation, Kshetra sannyas. You make a vow to stay in the holy place. So Gadadhar, he was brahmachari, of course he never married, but he took that Kshetra sannyas and he was living there in Jagannath Puri up until Lord Chaitanya wanted to leave to go to South India. Gadadhar then wanted to follow Lord Chaitanya. So that was a whole leela. Lord Chaitanya telling Gadadhar that he had to stay in Jagannath Puri. Lord Chaitanya had already given Gadadhar the deity of Gopinath, and he wanted Gadadhar to remain there and worship his deity and keep his vow. Keeping vows was very important to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He liked to see devotees very steady in their devotional service. Just like here in this temple, the devotee who takes care of the temple is a devotee called Nityananda Brahmachari. So I asked him, are you the only person here in the temple? He said, no, we're three. Gaur, Gadadhar, and me. So he stays here and he takes care of the deities. And before he was here, before that, there was a very elderly brahmachari who was a disciple of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati. He was in his 90s, and he used to live here on his own and take care of Gaur Gadadhar. The deities of Gaur Gadadhar, they were discovered by Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati's disciples. They heard about how the deities were actually they were in someone's home, but they were not being worshipped, they were not being taken care of. And so, but Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati and the devotees went there and they talked to the people and they persuaded the people to give the deities, and they arranged a nice temple for the worship of Gaur Gadadhar, that they could re-establish the worship. But they were originally worshipped in the times of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by Vaninath Brahmachari. So that's a little bit about the Gaur Gadadhar deities. And this place, Champahati, this is in Rtudwip. We'll be hearing about Rtudwip in a little while. Rtudwip. You can see it's very attractive, very beautiful, many trees and flowers growing here. So all the seasons are here in this place. So we always have a nice program coming here. And it said also Jayadev Goswami also used to live here before he went to Jagannath Puri. So this was originally the residence of Jayadeva Goswami. So we'll be hearing about Jayadeva Goswami and his pastimes here. So, what did you want to speak about, Mara? Good. Yeah? Okay. Alright. So, have we got... What? Archanam. Oh, yeah. So this is Rtudwip, and the process in Rtudwip is Archanam. So we're going to hear about Archanam from His Holiness Prabodhananda Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. The topic is given me to speak about Archanam. As we know, there are 9 processes of bhakti. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Padasevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyam Atmanivedanam Iti Purusarpita Bhakti Set Navalakhyana. The 9 process of bhakti. We have already these 9 outlines are represented in 9 process of bhakti, and this Rtudwip is specially representing Archanam. So there are 2 ways to one can reach the lotus feet of Krishna, or you can attend the lotus feet of Krishna. One is Archanam Vidhina, Archanam Pancharatrika Vidhi, Archanam, and Bhagavat Vidhi by preaching, Srimad, reading by Srimad Bhagavatam, preaching Bhagavatam. So in our Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara, we have 3 principal deities representing Samandha, Abhileha and Prayojana. The first deity is Madana Mohan, Jayatang Suratur Pango, Mamamanda Maturgati, Matsarvasya Param Bhugay, Radha Madana Mohanu. Then we come to Rupa Goswami's deity, Divya Bindaranyan, Kalpadramadha, Srinat Ratnagara Singhasamasthu, Srinat Radha Sila Govindadu, Prasthyanibhi Sabhyamani Smarani. Then we Prayogan Vigraha, Sriman Vasa Rasarami, Bansi Bata Tarasta, Karsam Benu Sunay Gopi Gopinath Sivastunu. So, this Osiparat Gopinath is also Ganadhara Pandit, also worshipping the deity, Tota Gopinath. In Gopinath, Radha Gopinath and Lalita Sakhi in Jagannath Puri. Totally that is manifested by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the deity to Gadadhara Pandit for worship. And Mahaprabhu himself entered with the deity, Gopinath. So here is a place, Champahati, and for deity Archanam, we need some flowers also. Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam Jani Bhaktya Prayachati Tadaham Bhakti Upahutam Asnani Prayatatmana. So here is this place is known as Champahati. It is full of forest of champak flowers. Trees were full, and it is mentioned that the Champakalata Sakhi, one of the 8 Sakhis of Radharani, Radha Madhav. So Champakalata Sakhi is every day coming here to collect champaka flower. So there is no difference between Navadwip and Vrindavan. So here is also when Jayadeva Goswami, before going to Jagannath Puri, as Maharaj mentioned, he was also sometimes staying here, and he was also worshipping his deity. His deity, Radha Madhava. Radha Madhav deity is very famous. This is the deity of Jayadeva Goswami. Radha Madhav is also our ISKCON, Mayapur headquarters, ISKCON headquarters deity, Radha Madhav. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur's personal deity, he was worshipping also Radha Madhav. He was praying this small prayer, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari, Jasoda Nandanu Prajajana Ramyanu Jamuna Tiravanu Chari. Small line out of when he was worshipping his deity, Radha Madhav in ecstasy, just this prayer chanted by Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and you see how a pure devotee is addressing to Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord accepted this, then it spread all over the world. In our founder Acharya, he divined this, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and he made this prayer famous all over the world. Before Bhagavatam class or any lecture, you chant Jaya Radha Madhava. So here is a place, this is Radha Madhava was worshipped by Jayadeva Goswami. He was worshipping this deity and collecting the flowers around, And there is Archanam. Some devotees, they worshipped deity. Hare Krishna. In Pancharatrika Vidhi Marga, they followed all detail. They doing this Archanam. But there is also some devotees, they worship deity in Raga Marg. They worship, like you see, our Acharya Sanatana Goswami. He was worshipping Madan Mohan. Very simple. He was just giving one cloth, his gamcha, small, his for wearing, and putting one cloth on his shoulder. And he is making this ball, this from the wheat flour, making it and just burning the fire and giving it directly to the deity. And Madan Mohan was taking this what do you call, this bati. And he was not putting any salt. So Madan Mohan was eating that. Then he telling, oh, Sanatan, at least you give some small salt. This is Raga Bhakti, this is also Archanam, but he had doing Archanam, Madan Mohan, all Goswamis are their deity. Madan Mohan is worshipping Sanatana Goswami, so Madan was talking to him, put some salt. Told, okay, now I understand. You ask me to do salt, then you are later on you ask some sabji, then you don't eat rajgol, then you tell, oh, I am alone is not good. Bring my Radha also to me. So your demand will be increased. So you arrange your needs. I have so many things to do. Following the instructions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I have to write books, all these things, I have to circulate Govardhan Hill. So there are some Raga Bhaktas. They also worship deities, but their process of worship is different. They are directly closed. But for a neophyte, for us, we have to follow all the rules and regulations and vidhis. We are not in that platform of Paramahamsas like Goswamis. They are worship different type of worship. Jayadeva Goswami worshipping. Jayadeva Goswami went to Puri. He made a small cottage. He wanted to make a small cottage there. So he had no one to help him. He was making the roof. And inside the Raghunath was sitting. So when he was on the roof, he needs some help. Someone has to put a rope from inside to outside. Then he will bind all these ropes everywhere. So someone was sending him rope. And when yes, he asking, please, I need rope. Yes, take rope. You're sending. So who is sending rope? Then when he saw who is doing that after he made his work, he was thinking maybe his wife, Padmavati, is sending the rope. But later on he saw his wife is cooking. He is engaged in some different work. So who is sending the rope? It is Madhava. Madhava was telling, yes, when he was asking, yes, and he is sending the ropes. So that is in Raga platform, like Sanatana Goswami, they have some different relation with deity. Deity they are saying as a person, he is not just made of a stone or something, no, he is a person. So in this way we see deity worship in two ways. For neophytes, it is Vidhi Bhakti. But for the advanced devotee, it is Raga Bhakti. I have some experience in Vrindavan. I was in a 24-hour kirtan under the Ahimsa Prabhu. Many of you know. He is also deity, Gaudita deity. And what he did, when one person here out, he told me to worship his deity. But he told, don't chant any mantra to my deities. No mantra. No power, just their person is staying here. You just tell them, cook and whatever prasad you offer, and tell them, come and give them asam, ask them, come and take your prasad, we are ready. They will come and eat. No chanting in mantra. If you chant any mantra, only Hare Krishna mantra. There is no other mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He told chant Hare Krishna mantra and put tulsi on their feet. Bas. Whatever it is. Don't chant any other mantra. And when you, at that time, he take the whole deity, big deity, but you have to put on them bed, just like a person sleeping. So put them in their bed, 2 beds per Gaurita, and he gave some very costly oils, then you have to put on their feet, and you have to massage them. Just like you massage, this is killing. So this is Raga Bhakti. So Archanam, one can worship in Vidhi and also in Raga Marg. But as Maharaj told, the worship of Gaur Gadadhar deities very highest, and the Bhakti Thakur worship Gaur Gita. No, sorry, Gaur Gadadhar. This worshipping Gaur Gadadhar means worshipping Radha Krishna. So he was worshipping Gaur Gadadhar and Radha Krishna as his worshipable deity. And that is in Raga Platform. Bhakti Thakur is Paramahansa. So that is the worship, Raga Marg. You talk to them, they will talk to you. Yajathaman prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamiham. If someone is a Goswami, he is full, he is following up, automatically he is incorporated all his senses. Bacha vegam, manasa kodha vegam, jiva vegam, udara upastha vegam. He has controlled everything, spontaneously serving the deity, and see the deity as a person. They are personally staying there, and they are not, it is not just a statue or murti. You should not consider it like that. If you, as you see them, they will be present. They will also reciprocate in the same way. So in this way, we see here Gaur Gadadhar is the highest standard worship, Maharaj told. And generally, those who are in Madhurya Rasa, they worship Gaur Gadadhar. And Sakya Rasa especially, they worship Gaur Nitai. In our Krishna Balaram Mandir, Vrindavan Prabhupada established Gaur Nitai, because in North India, most people, they don't know who is Gaur Nitai. That's why the message is Brajendra Nandana Devi, Sachi Sutta, Haila Sai, Balaram, Haila Nitai. To teach the peoples about Gaur Nitai, who is Gaur Nitai. But those who are more advanced devotees, who like to follow Bhakti Siddhanta also Thakur says, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna, Maharanya. So in this way, we see the worship. But for the neophytes, you must follow the Buddhists and worship Gaur Nitai. And those who are more advanced, they can follow the Raga Bhakti. So we cannot imitate the Goswamis or Bhakti Thakur, but we need to follow our spiritual master and Srila Prabhupada, and we try to, by worshipping regularly deity, one can control the senses also. And in the gradual process, when the Lord will be pleased, they also act within. They are also, he is also in our heart. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hridayase arjuna tishtati. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Prabodhananda Swami Maharaj. Yes, can we have the devotees who are sitting over there? Can you move over here and join with us? Those devotees sitting in the temple, Hare Krishna. I see they're sitting talking to each other, not even listening. Somebody has to go there and you have to chase them. Just to add a little more about deity worship, Srila Prabhupada writes how it's the duty of Grihastas that they should install the deity in their home and they should worship the deity. You put the deity in your home, it's very helpful for you to remember that you're not the proprietor. You bring the deity into your home, make Krishna the proprietor of the home. Worship the deity. However, deity worship is meant to be done by twice initiated devotees. You should be Brahmins. You should be in the mode of goodness. If your home is not in the mode of goodness, it's not a good idea to install the deity in your home. So you should be in the mode of goodness, you should be Brahminical. Brahminical means the qualities of the Brahman. And Prabhupada was very particular about two things, cleanliness and punctuality. So we try to maintain that standard in the ISKCON centers, that cleanliness is very important, keeping everything very clean. The brass, the paraphernalia used in the deity worship should be regularly cleaned and shiny. They shouldn't be left for months, become all brown, discolored. It should be polished regularly. And cleanliness means also, if you're contaminated, you can't do deity worship. Women cannot do deity worship during the contamination period. And men also have to bathe regularly, have to put on freshly laundered cloth to worship the deity. This is very important, the standards of deity worship. Krishna, you want Krishna to accept the worship, we have to be clean and punctual. So in the temples, Srila Prabhupada was very concerned that everything was done on time. The deity greetings, the offerings, everything had to be very punctual. If some lady was cooking for Prabhupada, if she was cooking Prabhupada's lunch and she was not punctual, Prabhupada would chastise her. Everything had to be very punctual. And when the deities are properly worshipped with cleanliness and punctuality, then certainly Krishna will be there. Krishna will be present in the worship. So deity worship is something our ISKCON movement has set up high standard of deity worship. You can see the dress, the Sringhar, particularly the type of decoration which we do. It's very attractive. Many people appreciate the beauty of our ISKCON temples and the deities, how they're worshipped very nicely. Just very recently I had the opportunity to go to Ramuna, and in Ramuna they have the deity of Shirikora Gopinath. So Maharaj was speaking about Gopinath, and he was describing how there are the three deities, Madan Mohan, Govinda and Gopinath. So in Ramuna, the deity of Gopinath is there, the original deity of Ramuna. Madhavendra Puri had gone there, and at that time the deity had stolen a pot of sweet rice to give to Madhavendra Puri. And Chaitanya Charitamrita describes how the pujari in his dream was told that the deity personally told him that I've taken a pot of sweet rice, I want you to give it to my devotee Madhavendra Puri. So when the pujari had that dream, he woke up and he immediately went and took bath. In the middle of the night, he went to take bath because he'd been sleeping, he'd been laying down resting, and he wanted to go and see if it was actually true, to see if the pot of sweet rice was actually there. So before he went into the temple room, he first of all took full bath, and then went into the temple and found that pot of sweet rice. So you can understand the mood of the pujari, that he was really a pure devotee. He was very strict about cleanliness. And you'll often find, just like when you go to Radha Govinda temple in Jaipur, they will give out prasadam, but you put your hand out and they will drop the prasadam into your hand. They will not touch your hand. They're so strict about cleanliness. Sanatana Goswami was called by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu when Lord Chaitanya was residing in Jagannath Puri, one day he called for Sanatan Goswami to come and see him, and Sanatan came along the beach. He didn't come on the road in front of the temple, but he came along the hot sand. And because he came on the hot sand, his feet were all burned by the blazing heat of the sun. The sand was so hot. So Lord Chaitanya asked him, why did you come that way? Why didn't you come in front of the temple? You could have avoided walking on the hot sand. Sanatan Goswami said, I didn't want my impure body to touch any of the pujaris who are serving Lord Jagannath. That's the humility of Sanatana Goswami, that he considered that my body's contaminated, I'm low-born, I'm a fallen soul, and the people there, many of them are serving the deities. If I touch them, he said it would be very offensive on my part. I would contaminate them. I don't want to contaminate them because they're worshipping the deity. And so, how much high standards they have for deity worship. Jayapataka Swami told us how sometimes devotees come and ask about installing deities, but they haven't got second initiation yet. So Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj said, if you bring the deity without being twice initiated, then it's just like playing with a doll. It's not actually real deity worship, because you've not yet even come to the Brahminical platform. You're not fixed in the mode of goodness. So you're not actually really qualified to worship the deities. You should be Brahminical. You should have the Brahminical qualification. Then you can install the deity. Otherwise, just like playing with dolls. Okay, you're practicing. Later on, as Maharaj said, it could be Vaidhi Bhakti and go on to come to Raga Bhakti. Raga Bhakti is a high level. We're doing Vaidhi Bhakti according to rules and regulations. But Vaidhi Bhakti can also be pure devotion. One of the places which we passed on the way here, when we came here, we passed through that one temple. We didn't stop there this morning. It's not very convenient to sit there and talk. We used to sit there. We used to, actually, even before that temple was built, we used to come there to that place. That place is called Samudragar. And there are some pastimes took place there. When His Holiness Vaishnava Maharaj comes, he... Sorry? He's not reached yet. Yeah, Vaishnava Maharaj comes, he's going to talk about Samudragar. Anyway, there's one pastime which takes place at Samudragar, which I will speak about, and Maharaj can speak about Samudra Singh, and there'll be a drama on that pastime also. But Samudragar, it was a place where there's a conversation which took place between the Samudra, the ocean, and Ganga Devi. So Samudra, the deity of the personified deity of the ocean, spoke to Ganga Devi, saying to Mother Ganga, "You're so fortunate. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is there every day bathing in your waters. You're enjoying that beautiful association. The Lord, in His most merciful form, is Mahaprabhu. He's bathing every day in your waters." But Mother Ganga spoke to Samudra and said, "No, you're wrong. You think I'm fortunate? Don't you know? He's going to take sannyas. He's going to leave. He's going to go away from Navadwip. He's going to go and live at Jagannath Puri. And when he's at Jagannath Puri, he'll be bathing in your water. you're going to get the mercy. And of course, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there in Puri, every day he would go and take bath 3 times a day in the sea. That is a regulation, actually. He said, brahmacharis bathe once a day, grihasthas twice a day, sannyasis should bathe 3 times a day. And Mahaprabhu would do that very strictly. Every day he'd go to the sea, 3 times a day, take his bath. So Samudra spoke to Ganga and said, yes, he will come here, he will come and bathe in my waters, but actually he resides eternally in Navadwip. He's bathing in your water every day, eternally, because the Mahaprabhu resides eternally in Navadwip Dham. It's a place where he's always manifest. If you go to Panihati, Panihati is just not very far away from Calcutta, just on the edge of Calcutta. Maybe you've all heard of Panihati, right? The Shiradahi festival. Raghunath had the Shiradahi festival from the order of Lord Nityananda. So Panihati is another place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is eternally manifest. But he's eternally here in Navadwip Dham, and he bathes every day in the Ganga. So this is the difference. There are holy places like Tirthas, and there are Dhams. The Dham is a place where the Lord resides eternally. A Tirtha is a place where a pastime took place, some event happened, some saint went there. Even in Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated by Maharaj Yudhisthira, Bhavad Vidir Bhagavatas Tirtha Bhuta Swayam Vibho Tirti Kurvanti Tirtani Swanta Stena Gadabritaha. Maharaj Yudhisthira was glorifying Vidura. Vidura had gone to visit the holy places for many years, and then he came back to Hastinapur to deliver Dhritarashtra. So Maharaj Yudhisthira glorified Vidura, that Tirtha Kurvanti Tirtani. It is the presence of the devotee which makes a holy place. By the presence of the devotee, it became a holy place. So because Vidura had come to visit them, they said, you've made this a holy place. So that's Tirtha. But Dham is different. Mayapur Dham, Navadwip Dham, Vrindavan Dham, the places where the Lord is residing eternally. The Lord is eternally present here. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 500 years ago, in his manifest pastimes, he would also come here to Champahati, and he would chant and dance and perform Sankirtan. So, who has not spoken yet? Dhira Damodar Maharaj, Bhakti Dhira Damodar Maharaj. So we'll hear from Bhakti Dhira Damodar Maharaj.
Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Vicinamne Avase Saraswati Devi Gaura Vana Prachara Visesa Sanya Vadi Pastacha Desatan Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Siva Sadi Gaura Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Kund Shamakund Ki Jai. In the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, there is a description Aristasura. He is associate of Kamsa. So Kamsa wanted to kill Krishna because he was informed that the 8th child of his sister is going to kill him. So he started trying to defend himself by sending so many demons to kill Krishna so that he will not be killed. But all the demons he sent were all killed by Krishna, and Aristasura was one of them. They took different forms in coming to Vrindavan. Each of the forms they took and the personality they represent. So the Bhaktivinoda Thakur described, they are all the narrators which are existing in us conditioned souls. All the demons, they represent the narrators or necessary things that we carry with us now. Because in Kali Yuga, all the demons are not living separate like before. In Kali Yuga, the demons live in the same body with us. We are living together. So Aristasura was one of those powerful demons that came to Vrindavan. It means that before Krishna came, there were no demons in Vrindavan. And when Krishna came, he attracted all kinds of people. Aristasura, he came in the form of a bull. Huge. Not a small bull that we see today. Aristasura's height. What is his height? What is the height of Aristasura? Like he was touching the sky. That is Aristasura. And what was the size of Krishna at that time, so to speak? Krishna's size? You don't say like this. You say like you are measuring Krishna like this. So it's so limited. Krishna was just a small boy. He's a small boy and he's going to fight with a mountain. There's not a problem for Krishna. He's a supreme personality, but he's not a problem. He can do anything. Krishna is Krishna, either he's a small child or he's a big child or he's a whatever. He is supreme personality of Godhead. So Aristasura, he came to Vrindavan, and because of his weight, he was shaking the whole ground. And there was a panic situation in Vrindavan. Everybody was terrified by his appearance. And Krishna knew he was coming for him. So Krishna insulted him. A voice of all the beasts. If you have come to challenge me, then you should come to me. Don't disturb the peace of my people. Speaking to Aristasura like this, his anger was increased because he wanted to kill Krishna, and now Krishna is insulting him. So he was very, very angry. And Krishna, like a dramatic actor, Krishna tied his dhoti very, very tightly and got himself prepared. Aristasura charged on Krishna, he came with the full force. It is whatever strength he's having to fight with Krishna was given to him by Krishna himself. If you give something to somebody, it means you have more than what you are giving out. So Krishna has so limited strength because he gave just tiny part to Aristasura. So Aristasura coming to fight with Krishna was due to ignorance, that he doesn't know the position of Krishna. But he's very, very fortunate. Very, very fortunate. Extremely fortunate. So Lord Krishna prepared himself and he told the gopis, the time he was with the gopis, he told the gopis to go to one side. He said, we'll take care of the demon. So he came before him. And without effort, Krishna took him and threw him on the ground. It was not a very, very palatable situation for this Asura. But because he's a demon, he gathered his strength again and he came forward. The Krishna decided to kill him. So he picked him and threw him down and gave him a heavy punch. And this Asura gave up his life. Yes, he gave up his life, but Sanatana Goswami said he is still living there in Vrindavan. He was externally killed, but he's still alive. He's living there. He's living there in Vrindavan till today. So after killing Aristasura, then Krishna returned back to his gopis. I wanted to resume playing with them. The gopis said, no, you are contaminated. You cannot touch us. Well, Krishna said, contaminated how? You killed a bull. Krishna said, no, it's not the bull, it's a demon. The gopi said, yeah, it's a demon, but in the form of a bull. So it's a bull you killed. So you are contaminated, you cannot touch us. So Krishna says, what to do? You have to undergo process of purification. How will I get purified? Go to all the tirthas. You know, I just spoke tonight. Go all the tirthas. Go all over the world. That time it was not just India as you understand now. Go all over the world, all the holy places in the world. You take a bath. Then you get purified. And with that purification, you can come back and play with us. So the Christian said himself, how will I go the whole places? Going means I will not have association with my friends. That will take a long time. So Krishna decided, as a supreme personality of Godhead, I will show my mystic power. So he used the heel of his and place on the ground and make a hole. And he entered inside and came out. So I'm pure now. I'm complete. The gopi said, complete? Say, yes, I'm just taking bath. What kind of trick is this? We know you to be a trickster. Which one are you playing now? Krishna said, no, all the holy rivers are here and I have taken bath already. The gopi said, can't believe you. You cannot believe me that what you did is correct. Show us. So Krishna said, Ganga Devi appeared. Jamuna Devi appeared. Saraswati, she appeared. Kaveri, she appeared. Sindhu, she appeared. All the holy rivers, they all appeared in person. So now Krishna confirmed that what he did is correct. He has taken birth in all the rivers in the world. So he is pure. And he told the gopis, no, now you can also take bath here, become pure. The gopis said, no. That your water is contaminated, so you cannot take bath. This is contaminated water. This is when you wash your sins of killing a demon, a bull, so we cannot take bath today. We are going to create our own. He says, are you going to do that? So the gopis decided to remove their bangles and started digging the ground. But what size of a hole can you create from a bangle? What is the size of a bangle when you used to dig? But they tried to do something. And now they don't have that mystic power to call all the rivers to come there. So Krishna went to the holy rivers and told them, see, if I talk to the gopis, they will not agree with you. So their function is that you can do some service for Srimati Radharani. So if you can go and beg her to give you service, it will be nice. So all the rivers, he went to Srimati Radharani and begged, please give us opportunity to do service. As soon as they begged, she agreed. So from Shyama, so what Krishna did was Shyamakund. That is how Shyamakund appeared. And then they came over to the side of the gopis. That is how it became known as Radha Kund. So, Radha Kund and Shyama Kund, they appeared through the pastimes of Aristasura. So we see Radha Kund, Shyama Kund, and they are liquid, but it is not a swimming pool. A swimming pool we can enjoy ourselves by swimming there. Radha Kund, Shyama Kund is not a swimming pool. It is the liquid form of Radha and Krishna in a liquid form. Because Jatila is always interrupting because she's not bad, she has a very wonderful service. Her service increase the hankering of Radha and Krishna enjoying together. So she is the salt in Krishna, Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Externally we see her as a very bad person, but actually she makes Radha and Krishna's enjoyment very, very tasty. You know, when we are looking for something, there is enjoyment in anticipation than when you actually have it. So Jatila ever check the movement of Radha and Krishna, and in this way she was also interfering with, so to say, interfering with the physical, interfering with the Radha and Krishna's pastimes. Therefore, for two of them to remain eternally enjoying themselves without interruption, they transform themselves into Shyama Kund, Radha Kund. So they are the liquid form of Radha and Krishna. This wouldn't have happened if Jatila is not coming in between the two. So like we said before, she is the salt in the food. In the soup, you may have very good experience, in cooking. You may have a very, very exotic spices or ingredients for cooking. If you don't put salt there, except you are a sick person, only a sick person will eat food without salt. A normal person will eat food which has good quantity of salt. So Jatila is the salt that make Radha and Krishna's pastime very, very tasty. And without her, Radha and Kund wouldn't have manifested. Aristasura will not come inside because Krishna will not want to manifest Radha Kund and Shyama Kund. So when we are in Radha Kund, we should know that we are before Radha and Krishna. What is our attitude towards Radha and Krishna? Even for Pujari who worship deity, we're talking about worshiping deities. Maharaj said punctuality and cleanliness. And if you are not clean inside and outside, we should not worship the deities, because he quoted Champahati Parikrama, to be dull, not deity. So when we approach Radha Kund, Shyama Kund, like we are approaching Radha Madhava deity, what should be our mood? Just jump in the altar without betting, without necessary mantras to chant, except if you are Paramahamsa, like Buddha Maharaj said. Only Paramahamsa will have no regulations in worshipping the deities, like Sanatana Goswami, no regulations. Nakula Brahmachari, no regulations in offering the food, because they are very pure. They can communicate with the deity directly, so they don't need to chant any mantra to offer their food. While they are cooking, it's already offered. So Krishna, you don't need to offer it again, it's already offered. Krishna is eating it directly. But for those of us who are not having that consciousness while we are cooking and talking, cooking and thinking something, just like how we are hearing, you see some devotees are chanting in the class, or they're having discussion in the class. Anything which we do without attention, you don't get a perfect result. Only the thing we do with the attention will have a good result. And because we want a perfect result, it is necessary for us to give attention to it. So Radha Kund, Shama Kund, a liquid form of Radha and Krishna. So we should not jump inside it like monkeys. A monkey birthday every day, but I've not seen them with the pure love of Godhead. Maybe I don't have the eyes yet. So Anuruddha Goswami told us, even Narada Muni, the Sanat Kumara, they have no access to Radha Kund, Shama Kund. It's very, very deep statement when they say like that. Narada Muni has ashram very close to Radha Kund, and he has a lot of pastimes there at Radha Kund. Rupa Goswami said they don't have access to Radha Kund. And for those who do Bhakti Sastri, this question always comes there. Explanation, what does it mean that they have no access? We sing Radha Kund every day, and I've seen many devotees also were betting, that used to bet there. And when I saw some devotees were betting, were spitting inside Radha Kund. Inside Radha Kund. I was afraid to see devotees do like this. Why this? Because we don't have understanding about what is Radha Kund and Shama Kund. The devotee do this, an offense, a great offense. Do you spit on deities? Do we spit on deities? So when you spit on Radha Kund means what? Shama Kund. When you spit inside means what? We are spitting on Krishna, Radha and Krishna. It's really offensive. So we should try to understand what we are doing and what does all this wonderful paraphernalia given to us in Krishna consciousness represent, so that we can know exactly what to do or have a proper attitude and approach towards everything, because by then we have a perfect result. This is how Radha Kund, Shama Kund appeared and became very, very holy. We can even trace when they appeared, but at least in Kali Yuga during our time, we can have 500 years ago. But it's eternal. Radha Kund, Shama Kund, the dam, is eternal, and Krishna lives eternally there in the dam. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Aristasura represents a demon of pride. A pride which comes from manufactured religion, not a bona fide religion. And manufactured religion because one wants to be a leader. So we are creating a religion so I can become a leader. That demon is represented by Aristasura. And he said, by hearing this, anyone who hears this, the demon of Aristasura, which is a pride, will be destroyed. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, dear Damodar Maharaj. We will be passing Radha Kund and Shama Kund later on today in our walk to the camp. So now we have with us His Holiness Bhakti Ashraya Vaishnava Maharaj. And he's going to tell us something about Samudraga and some other things. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Swabhihasa fought with all his effort, and finally Krishna appeared there to help Himashan. And Samudra Sen, he was not ready to fight with Krishna because his plan was to see Krishna only, have his darshan. Then Krishna appeared, then Samudra Sen, he disclosed his plan that actually my intention is not to defend, not to keep the horse, that Yudhishthira Maharaj should not able to do last year's sacrifice, but my intention was to have darshan of Lord Krishna. So, Samudra Sen was such a devotee who pleased Krishna and have darshan of Krishna through his military power, through his fighting. Chena tena prakarena mana Krishna nivesayati. No matter, by any means, you have to approach Krishna. Somehow or other, if you intensely meditate upon Krishna to help, so Krishna will appear depending upon your intensity and your surrender and prayer. The Samudra Sen proved that. He made Krishna appear through Himasen's prayer, and he got the opportunity of seeing and getting blessings from Krishna. So that's why this place is famous within Navadwip. That particular piece of land is famous because of Samudra Sen was there, such a famous devotee. Samudra God, a small fort, Samudra Sen's fort, Samudra God. So from there we come to this place, Gorgada, Champahati. This comes under Rtudwip. Rtudwip, today we are passing through Kolodwip, Rtudwip and Janodwip. 3 islands today we have to cover. Mixing sometimes here and there. So this place is coming under Rtudwip. Ritu means season. So that this island is called after the name season. Rtudwip means all the seasons, 6 seasons are there, all the seasons, they used to personally present here and they used to glorify Lord Gauranga. They will try their best performance to please Lord Gauranga, and they used to be here always, all of them. So that's why they say Rtudwip. And here the Vijay Madinath is worshipable deity, Gaur-Gadadhar. They used to say that when Gauranga Mahaprabhu's best friend is Gadadhar, Gadai Gauranga. Gadadhar is the Radharani's partial expansion. See Radharani. In Braj, Radha Krishna, what Maharaj was telling, what Radha Krishna. So Radha Krishna in Vrindavan, in Braj, Radharani was finding always difficulty. She was getting so much trouble to meet Krishna. Especially Maharaj was telling Jatila and Kutila. Though Jatila was like salt in the soup, but still Radharani was getting always stopped, troubled by Jatila and Kutila, many others. And so Radharani thought that why I am always thinking of Krishna, trying to please Krishna. All these peoples in everywhere, if they becoming devotee of Krishna, thinking of Krishna, pleasing Krishna, they will be famous and they will be glorified. But me, why not? So he was thinking this, because I am a female, that's why
they are not allowing me. I was a young lady, that's why. If I would become a male person, then there was no trouble for me to meet Krishna. So she was thinking like that, and so in Gaur-Lila, he came in male form and the Radha. She came in male form and the Radha. Their mother, Chatila, and all that, they are not allowing her. No, you cannot go to Krishna. You cannot go to Krishna. In Gaur-Lila, same Sachi Mata, Gauranga's mother, she used to tell Gadadhar, you have to stay always with her, Gaur. Always, full freedom, full pass. Because Gauranga Mahaprabhu's his mood is separation from Krishna, when Gauranga Mahaprabhu became overwhelmed with love of Krishna. Always asking, where I will get Krishna, where Krishna, where Krishna. It is very difficult to control him. Only Gadadhar had the ability to control him. So by seeing that nature, by seeing that ability, Sachi Mata used to request Gadadhar, you Gadadhar, you always be there. Nobody else can protect Gauranga. You can only take care of him. So please, so she allowed same Gadadhar who was Radharani and Krishna Lila to be always with Krishna, with Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So in Braja Mandal we see Radha Krishna, Gaur Mandal Gadai Gauranga. Same Gadai Gauranga. Our Acharya Bhakti Vinod Thakur. So her Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he used to worship Gaur Gadadhar. Not Radha Krishna, but Gaur Gadadhar. So Gaur Gadadhar, and he used to pray that always we have to be interested to hear the pastimes of Gaura and Gadadhar. So Divya Vaninath was the younger brother of Gadadhar Pandit. So when Gauranga Mahaprabhu with Gadadhar came before leaving Navadwip, so Vaninath, no, you can't go, you can't go. So then just like Kalna, here also see Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gadadhar said, okay, you can have this city. And there is no difference between us and this city. And he said that the four sets of deities from that time, 500 years before, when Mahaprabhu was there on the planet, the four sets of Nitya deity was still there. We can have the sun. This Gaur Gadadhar is one of them from that period. And one set is in Kalna, one deity is in Navadwip, Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu, and they said one deity is in Vrindavan, in Madan Mohan temple. So we can pray to the Gaur Gadadhar exactly in the same mood we are praying to Radha and Krishna. Rather Radha and Krishna we cannot relate that much, but here Gaur and Gadadhar, they are so merciful. They will not consider our position, our quality, our ability. They are always ready to be merciful. So it is very easy to approach Gaur Gadadhar, the same Radha Krishna in Gaur Mandal. So Gaur Gadadhar we can have darshan and pray to get the things so that we can have the opportunity to serve Radha and Krishna. Now read about Radha Krishna, Gaur Gadadhar, they are the same, Radha and Krishna, Gaur Gadadhar. So this place is coming under Champahati and other devotees will be there. So just like Maharaj was mentioning for Archanam, at least we should have second initiation first. Then you have to maintain your cleanliness and mantra, mudra, so many things are required. But in Gauranga Mahaprabhu's Leela, all these rules and regulations are not that much needed. Kalu Sankirtana Pray, pleasantly singing. So those who are really intelligent in this Kali Yuga, they worship this supreme deity, Gaur Gadadhar Gauranga Mahaprabhu, through Sankirtana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Hare. And for Kirtan, there is no rule and regulation. Tatrana Niyamana Kala. So easy for us to approach in this Kali Yuga to the process of Harinam and to please Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And to please Gauranga Mahaprabhu, we have to approach through Gadadhar. Gadadhar is the dearmost associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is the place where you can see Gaur Gadadhar, and also in Bhaktivinoda Thakur Swarup you see Gaur Gadadhar. And this Gaur Gadadhar deity is from that period when Gauranga Mahaprabhu Gadadhar, they personally they were present. From that period, the deity is here. Yes. So we are really fortunate to have darshan of this deity, and we can offer our prayers, we can do our Archanam without even second initiation, without even Archaman, without all the regulations, just by standing in front of him, stand in front of these deities we can chant Harinam, and through that Sankirtan Jakyam we can try to worship Gaur Gadadhar. Hare Krishna.
In this beautiful land, I have but one misfortune. Lord Krishna is personally here in this world. And I must take care of my kingdom. Though I think of him always. Oh, Mantri, I heard there's some very important news.
Yeah, there is very serious news.
What is it?
King Yudhishthir is doing Raso Yagya.
Yes.
He has sent all his brothers in different directions.
Oh, I heard something like that.
And have you heard? Bhima, who is
Bhima?
no less powerful than 10,000 elephants. He's coming on the eastern side. Very soon he's going to reach our kingdom.
Bhima, beloved of Krishna, the Pandavas. He will come to our kingdom.
Yes.
Such a great fortune we have. And we can offer him. We have, by the grace of Krishna, we have so much wealth in our kingdom. We can certainly offer him wonderful tribute. But, Mantri, I have another idea.
Are you going to fight with him?
Yes! I am going to fight with Bhima. I am going to fight so strongly that he will have to call Krishna to come, and I will get the darshan of Krishna. That is my plan.
This seems to be wonderful, but a dangerous plan.
Well, when the desire is pure, then the Lord will fulfill it. I have no enmity to Bhima, but I want the darshan of Krishna. And if I have to fight like 10,000 elephants, I will achieve it. Call our armies.
Let's do it! Army.
No, wait. The battle has begun, but where is... there he is. Bhima. You notice, I can see that we have not surrendered.
Samudra
We're
Sen,
going to fight.
Samudra Sen,
Yeah.
I am come on behalf of Maharaj Yudhishthira.
I know.
And I demand you surrender
Well,
and pay
you
tribute.
can see that we are not yet ready. In fact,
Then let there be war between us. I am Bhima with the strength of 10,000 elephants. But this Samudra Sen, he is fighting with the strength of 1,000,000 elephants. And I am becoming defeated. What to do? Krishna, Krishna, only you can save me. Krishna, please quickly come.
oh, yes, Krishna. Oh, I see you in your threefold bending form, playing your wonderful flute, surrounded by opulence. Oh, now you're surrounded by cows, and your cowherd friends. And oh, what this? These wonderful ladies have come to worship you. Oh, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Oh, Krishna, 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 Krishna. What? What are you saying? That you will be coming here in another form? Gauranga? 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 I desire to see this Gauranga form. Gauranga! Gauranga! Oh, Gauranga! 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 Oh, you have fulfilled all my desires. Bhima, Bhima, here. I lay down all my arms, all my treasures, they are yours.
I accept your tribute, Samudra Sen. I don't know why you stopped fighting, but anyway, it's very good.
I realized finally how strong you are.
That's all right then.
Yes. Gauranga, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Gauranga, 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 Gauranga,
हरि बोल हरि बोल जय श्री प्रभुपाद की नवद्वीप परिक्रमा की नमाम विष्णु पदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिने नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. So I hope all of you are enjoying this Navadwip Mandal Parikrama. Are you enjoying? Very well. Navadwip Mandal Parikrama is full of sense gratification. Yes? That is specific process Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given. That while you are engaged in gratifying our senses, chant, dance, eat prasad and go back to Godhead. Right? Sometimes I contemplate that Lord is so merciful, understanding our fallen situation. Lord has granted us that we don't have to do severe austerity, go to Himalaya, this, that. Simply chant, dance, take prasad, go back to Godhead. But still if we can't make it, then what happens? Still, if we don't make it, we're a hopeless case, right? There's no hope for us. But we are fortunate that Krishna appeared as Gauranga Mahaprabhu and as Lord Jagannath to give hope to each and every living entity. So that's why Brajamandal Parikrama, Navadwip Mandal Parikrama. Every year, maybe many of you don't know, we are having Sri Kshetra Parikrama, Puri Parikrama. How many of you have been there? Not many. We started about 19 years before. Last year we had 14,000 devotees circumambulating. Every year just after Kartik Purnima that starts. 2 days before devotees they gather. We arrange nice hotel, prasadam, everything. 2 days we visit different holy places. Then last day we circumambulate Puri, Sri Kshetra, very pleasant with 14,000 devotees together, not in different groups, Hindi, Bengali, English, all together. If you want to join that parikrama, you can contact. Our devotees will give some leaflets, brochures, so you know the dates for 2023 Sri Kshetra Parikrama. So as all of you have heard, this place is very ancient. Not only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or Gauranga Mahaprabhu with Gadadhar came here, Dvijabaninath's house, you must have heard how these deities were made or manifested during the lifetime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very unique deities. And not only that, 600-700 years ago, Kavi Jayadev also came here. And you must have heard that how 5,000 years ago, Champakalata Sakhi used to come to pluck champak flowers from here. But I will speak you something about Jayadevs in this place. Kavi Jayadev, he used to live other side of Ganga, now called Balal Dighi. In ancient time it was Prithukunda, Prithu Maharaj. When he was leveling the earthly planet, he came here. And his people, they saw a great light in Navadwip Dham. Then Prithu Maharaj, being incarnation of God, he understood this place is the eternal pastime place of Lord Gauranga. So Kavi Jayadev, along with Padmavati, used to live on the bank of that Prithukunda. You have seen it, but you don't recognize it because that pond is no more there. It's a big paddy field now in between Chaitanya Math and Murari Gupta house. called Balal Dighi. Balal Sen renovated that place. So during Lakhan Sen's ruling period, Kavi Jayadev, he wrote Gita Govinda, specifically this Dasavatar Stotra there. So one day, the Lakshman Sen, he received the Dasavatar Stotra. He was very surprised. Who has composed such a nice song? So Bhagavan Acharya, he told that Jayadev, he is staying in your country only. So one day, with a very simple dress, Lakshman Sen, King Lakshman Sen, dressing like ordinary man, he came to Kutir of Kavi Jayadev and he was sitting in one corner. But Jayadev could recognize he is the king, coming in disguise of an ordinary man. Then when the king came, said, "Oh, I am so fortunate, you are in my kingdom." And Kavi Jayadev chastised him, shouted at him, "You are a materialistic person, get out from here, I don't want to associate with you." But this Lakhan Sen was a great devotee. So he approached in such a humble way. And Kavi Jayadev was very pleased. He said, that "You are a great devotee, but I am not going to stay here. I am going to go to Puri, leave your country." Then king said, "No, please don't do that. You go other side of Ganga, there is Champahati. I will build a kutia for you, cottage, you stay there for some time. And with your permission, sometime I will go to meet you." Then Kavi Jayadev came here. And they used to worship Radha Madhava deity. Radharani was there or not, I don't know, but Madhava deity was there definitely because, okay. So, one day, Kavi Jayadev, plucking the champa flowers, was decorating, worshipping the deity of Lord Krishna. Then he saw that blue deity transformed to golden color. And when he saw that, he was in such great ecstasy, he fainted. Then when he came back to consciousness, he saw Gauranga Mahaprabhu standing in front of him. She was very happy that Mahaprabhu appeared. But Mahaprabhu told Jayadev, "Please leave Navadwip very soon." His heart broke into pieces. "Why Lord wants me to leave Navadwip?" Lord said, "Yes, because sometime before you wanted to go to Puri. And Lord Jagannath is waiting for you to have your darshan. It is not like that devotee wants darshan of God. God also wants darshan of his devotee. Please go there. Then you go there. I will appear there in Jagannath Puri. And I will enjoy hearing your Gita Govinda." And Kavi Jayadev, then Mahaprabhu disappeared. Kavi Jayadev, with a great broken heart, along with Padmapati, started to cry. He has to leave Lord's order. He was falling on the ground, begging forgiveness of Navadwip Vasis. What offense I committed, now I have to leave Navadwip, such a nice place. He was looking back again and again, until he cannot see Navadwip Dham anymore. Then he left to Puri. Then Kavi Jayadev became very famous in Orissa also. He composed Gita Govinda. It was so dear to Lord Jagannath that one day, when Pujari went for dressing, to changing the dress of Lord Jagannath, very surprised to find all his clothes is torn, so much dots on his body, so much sticks on his body, straw on his body. What happened to Lord? It's very inauspicious. The whole Orissa was in anxiety. So king felt very guilty. Some offense I must have committed. Why these inauspicious things happened? Then Lord Jagannath appeared to him in dream said, my dear king, you have not committed any offense. Actually what happened last night, in the garden, there's a gardener. His daughter, early morning before sunrise, he was plucking brinjal, bengan from the garden, and she was chanting Gita Govinda. And by hearing that Gita Govinda, I got so attracted, so I left temple to hear that Gita Govinda. And I was walking behind that garland hearing Gita Govinda. And I was so much moved hearing that, I forgot. Now sun rising, the Mangalarti will start. Then I thought I am here in the Brinjal garden and door will open, I am not there. So I had to rush back. So when I was running, so my cloth got torn by the spines of the Brinjal trees. The spines has, and all these dots are there. King was very worried. If the Lord lives like this time to time, what if he does not come back to the temple? The Lord said, no problem. You go, you bring that girl. And every day, before I go to sleep, she should chant Gita Govinda in front of me. So the king went and told the gardener, you don't have to do any work anymore. Just come, I'll give you accommodation, fooding, everything. Your daughter has to sing Gita Govinda. And till today, there's a brass plate written, as long as Jagannath date will be there, so long before Jagannath go to bed, he must listen Gita Govinda. So till today, Jagannath cannot sleep peacefully unless Gita Govinda is chanted. What to speak of hearing Gita Govinda? Before they put to sleep Lord Jagannath, though he never sleeps, because he never sleeps, Jagannath. You know? You believe Jagannath never sleeps? You believe, yes? Why? Because he has no eyelids, right? He is so eager to give blessings. Animesa, kripa, continuous flow of blessings. He does not want to close his eyes. But devotees out of affection, they put him into sleep. But interestingly, before you go to sleep, what do you do? Dress nicely, suit, tie, coat, pant. You put a lungi, trouser. But Jagannath, before you go to sleep, the best dress, Bada Sringhar best. Because when door will be closed, the demigods will come to take his darshan. He'll have meeting with them. They'll keep prasad for demigods also. The morning time they'll open the door, no more prasad is there. Demigods are eat. I don't know, demigods eat or monkeys eat, whatever it is. But prasad is not there. So that he'll wear this Gita Govinda cloth. I got this Gita Govinda cloth from a panda. Gita Govinda is printed here, Gita Govinda. Yeah. Kabir Jayadev went to one village and told one waving person, I chant Gita Govinda, you start waving cloth. The print will come. So when chanting is waving cloth, Gita Govinda is getting printed. In the meantime, for some reason, by Krishna's will, Jayadev fell asleep. As some of you are also falling asleep now. But Jayadev fell asleep by the desire of Krishna. So printing was not coming. Then this waving person could hear some sadhu going on the street chanting Gita Govinda. The sadhu Baba came. What are you doing? Oh, Jayadev was singing Gita Govinda, he fell asleep. So I'm waiting, when he'll wake up, again I'll start waving. The sadhu said, no, I can chant Gita Govinda. You start waving. So he chanted Gita Govinda. Then whole Gita Govinda was printed there. Then sadhu left. And after some time, Kavi Jayadev woke up. Oh, I fell asleep. Please start waving again. I will chant. Then this waving man said, no, it's already printed. Everything finished. How that happened? And sadhu came, he chanted. And Kavi Jayadev realized that Lord Jagannath personally came and he chanted Gita Govinda for painting. Then Kavi Jayadev took that cloth and told the pandas, please make Lord Jagannath wear this cloth. The Puri pandas are very traditional, nothing new they want to introduce. Hey, get lost. No, we don't use this cloth. He went to king. I want to offer to Jagannath. Then king said, okay, we'll test whether Jagannath want this or not. What is the test? Tomorrow morning you come to Narendra Sarovar. We'll throw your cloth into the pond. If cloth will soak with water and drown, that means Jagannath does not want. If cloth, king, queen, they came, they threw that cloth into the water. What to speak of water will sink into the water. This cloth will sink into the water. The cloth, water did not touch that cloth. So then they offered to Jagannath. Since then, every day, for the Boda Sringhara base, Jagannath must wear this special cloth where Gita Govinda is written. Here, Gita Govinda written. So, fortunately, one panda, for 1 year, this cloth he was wearing. When I got this cloth, nice smell of chandan, chua was there also. He's wearing. Usually, I don't use this cloth for others because other groups I have seen 1500, 2000 devotees. But the English group is very small group. Maybe sometime after class I'll be here for half an hour so you can get a touch of this special Gita Govinda cloth. So, there's one more drama is there, so I don't take more time. And especially I'm getting the smell of prasadam also. So, there are so many things to speak. And I have also got a special toothbrush of Lord Jagannath. Toothbrush, many of you know about toothbrush. One special cloth I have brought. This is called Brahma Raju. So Brahma Raju means that wooden form of Lord Jagannath. They wrap with special Brahma Raju. So according to scripture, one should not see the wooden form of Lord Jagannath. There are 15 days fever pastimes. They wrap different kinds of cloth around that wooden form, contemplating as if they are wrapping, they make bone of Lord Jagannath, flesh Jagannath, blood of Lord Jagannath, skin of Lord Jagannath, then hairs of Lord Jagannath. I have published a new book, freshly new book, called Sri Mandir. You must have seen my Sri Jagannath, Sri Kshetra. Sri Mandir book describes everything happening in temple. I know many of our Hindus, Indians, they go temple but they don't know what is what. Every tree, every step, every stone has a history behind it. So those you are going inside the temple, you can read this book. Those you are not able to go inside the temple, restricted. If you read this book, you will know everything happening. And there I have described this 15 days, specific day, specific cloth they wrap, so systematically. That Brahma Raju is very rare. That also I have brought, so I can touch your head, so you will be purified. This toothbrush is so powerful. It cleans Lord Jagannath's mouth. So I'll touch your head will be cleansed also. So, but unfortunately,